Working Stiffs, what is up? It is your boy Breezy McFly here again with another NBA 2K video, this time 2K17. My last video was showing you guys how to shoot, just to help you guys out with making it easier chance of winning games by increasing your shooting percentages. This time I'm going to give you a little defensive guide. Now here I'm just going to show you the settings. In my next video I'm going to go more in depth with them, but right now I just want to show you guys some quick settings that's going to help you on the first 3 levels of when you play online. It's going to help you get some easy wins and help you rank up really quick, as well as beat a couple of your friends, and they're going to want to know how you figured it out. So here we go. It's time for some defensive settings. So right in here, what you want to do, or what I like to do, is this gives you a broad overview of the entire defensive settings that your entire team will follow. Everything is on auto now, which is default. But what you want to do to take it a step further, what I like to do is I like to put everything on tight. And what I mean by putting everything on tight, everybody, whether they're off ball or on ball, is going to automatically be right on the left hip or the right hip of the player that they're guarding. They're going to be fighting harder to get through screens. They're going to be fighting harder on switches, rolls, anything basketball related to get people open. And on defense, this is what you want to do. You want to put it on tight. When I want to force somebody to the direction, now this is something that you can put on your personal preference. If you want to put them in the middle, this is going to force them towards the middle when they're in their half-court set, which means they're going to put them towards the free throw line, towards the center of the basket, and the middle of everything. I don't like to necessarily do that, because just in case if you don't have a good center or you're not a good user at switching back on defense to be a good rim protector, this leaves that open. So what I like to do is I like to force them to the baseline. Now, a lot of people like to sprint to that side, but when I play against people, that falls right into my trap, because you're going to have a guy that's already tight on him from this on ball and off ball, and then you're going to have that help defense coming a little later. Now, for on ball screen, I usually man up on everybody, but it all depends on who you're guarding. If you're guarding a guy who likes to slash, I would say go under the screen. If you're going over a guy who likes to shoot, I would say go over it, because more than likely he's either going to drive and he's not going to be that good at finishing, or he's going to try to dish it off, and that's where your help defense is going to go. So for me personally, I would say go over, unless it's a person you know that likes to slash. Hedging, I say no to any kind of hedging, because all that's going to do is slow down the transitions on the defense. The on-ball screen right here, and as you can see this little yellow mark right here, this is going to explain to you exactly what these things mean. So right here, for the hedge man, I would leave that on auto, because like I said, unless you're going to be using the center, just let him do what he does. Same thing right here when you hedge in the center. As a matter of fact, I like to put that in no hedge. Off-ball screen, I would say go over that again, because if you go under, depending on if it's a really good shooter coming off the screen, he's going to be wide open. So if you go over it, more than likely the CPU's interaction with one another will help him go over that screen and be better positioned to actually defend the shot. In the post, I like to say 3-4 bottom. Now last year I did 3-4 top, because that was going to be easy for deflections. This year, it's a lot better post players in this game that can also shoot. So I like to say bottom. That way you're always going to be behind the guy that's a low post player, and then you'll also be closer to the rim when they try to drive and kick or drive and dunk or anything like that. You're going to be positioned for both the defense for the guy that you're guarding and for the help defense when someone drives. Double team perimeter, I would say keep everything manual, because when you do that, most of the time the CPU, especially on Hall of Fame, is going to cheat over and leave somebody wide open for the corner or wide open for a mid-range J in the opposite direction. So everything that has to do with double teaming, you just do manual. Switch rules, I would say switch all. Now again, with the defense that I'm giving you, the CPU is going to overcompensate for you. But when you do man-to-man, this switch is going to help you, because it's going to automatically rotate instead of a guy. If he automatically gets caught into the screen, he's going to pick up that next defender that gets open. Now me, I can switch back and forth. You, if you're just a beginner, this is a good rule for you. This is going to help you with your on ball. Presets rotate, I would say no to that, because you don't want to confuse anything that the AI already has going on. I'll go in more in depth with that in my next video. So just stay tuned for anything that you don't see me switch, then just look forward in my next video where I break it down even further. Screen help rules, I would leave that on auto as well. Sometimes I would say you can change it. Again, I'm going to go more in depth with that on the next video. The help rules, leave it on auto, or you can say help or no help. Now this all depends on the type of player you are. If you put no help, that means if you get beat, then you're not going to have somebody that's going to come there and help protect you like a center if you get beat, or a power forward that's going to help you get beat. But on the other side, if you say help all, if somebody drives, then that next closest defender is going to leave their man and try to get him. And if you're playing against somebody who's skilled and doesn't want all the glory, and is a good ball movement kind of player, he's going to drive, see that that person is going to come over and kick it to that open person for an open shot, mid-range or three. And threes can be really deadly on here. So, I mean, those are just the quick settings that I would say. I'm going to go more in depth in this next video. So until next time, working stiffs, I want you to do what you do. I'm out.